Chapter 4. Mama walked through the front door, and I ran to her with an excited smile. Mama, guess what? What is it, Eb? She asked. I won a spelling bee at school today. Here's my prize. It's a brand new dictionary. I held up the thick book to Mama. She took it from me and looked it over. Mama said, My, this is a heavy book. Nice job, Eb. I'm very proud of you. You know what? I won a spelling bee when I was your age. My prize was a tiny little New Testament Bible. My teacher wrote the date and a nice little message on the inside of the Bible. I said, I think I'll take that dictionary to school and ask Miss Blair to sign it for me. Mama, can I see your little Bible? Mama gently smiled. I don't have it. Your father took it with him when he left for the service. He said that he will carry it over his heart until he comes home. That's nice, I said. I can't wait to see it. Me too, Eb. Well, I think I'll go show my prize to Holling. See you later. Okay, Eb. I'm sure old Holling will be very proud. Holling was out in the yard when I arrived. He once again had a bucket hanging just above the stump on his right arm. He threw the feed out to the chickens with his left hand, and the chickens swarmed around him and pecked ravenously at the ground. Holling, I won a spelling bee at school today. This dictionary is my prize for winning. I held up the thick book and Holling looked it over. That's a fine prize, Eb. Good work. Let's celebrate. I'll grab my coat and we'll go down to the drugstore. We walked to the drugstore and I carried my new dictionary with me. I couldn't erase the smile from my face. It was the first time I had ever won anything. We went inside the drugstore and Holling led the way to the back. That was where there was a counter with stools. Holling sat down and said, Have a seat, Eb. I don't have any money, I said. Holling replied, You don't need money. An elderly lady with a white apron tied around her waist walked over to us. She smiled. Holling Peck, I don't think I've ever seen you sit at this counter before. Holling returned. This is a special day, Katie. My friend here won a spelling bee at school today. He won that very new dictionary. Katie picked up the dictionary and looked at it. That's a fine book, said Katie. You must be a smart boy. Well now, what do you fine gentlemen want? Holling said, Eb, is blueberry pie and a cream soda okay with you? I nodded. Yes, sir. That sounds real nice. Holling continued. Okay, Miss Katie. 2 cream sodas and 2 slices of blueberry pie. Holling gave Katie a smile and she raised her eyebrows and nodded. Coming right up, gentlemen. The pie and the cream soda were delicious, and I was grateful. Thanks, Holling. This has been a good day. Holling grinned and dropped his head. Then he raised his head and looked around the store until he focused in on something. Come on, said Holling. Holling led the way to a shelf that had some hats. He picked up a black wool cap that had ear flaps that folded down. Try this on, Eb. I put the cap on my head, and it was a nice fit. Holling continued. That looks real nice on you. You need a good warm hat for going out in the cold mornings to fire up the boiler at school, and there's nothing warmer than wool. There's still a long winter ahead of us. I pressed my lips together to hold back a smile. Thank you, Holling, but you don't have to buy me anything. Holling replied, I know I don't have to, but I want to. I'm getting that wool cap for you. I just hope you get some good use out of it. I will, and thanks. Holling turned back to the counter and said, Katie, put this wool cap on my bill too. It's for my friend Eb.